But we're doing it again. Let's go. Back in the 10-minute pool. Lackey Kawasaki. We're sticking with E4. We're E4 gamers. All my homies are E4 gamers, and we're sticking with it. So against the Sicilian, let's hope to have some interesting surprises. I'm a C3 Sicilian gamer. I play Knight F3, I play C3. I thought you only played Risk. I primarily play Risk these days, but maybe that's over. I woke up today and I said, that's it. I refuse. No more Risk. Now, this is a mistake. This allows a gambit, and other slow moves lead to longer positional games. So this could lead to the Basman-Palatnik double pawn gambit, so get excited. Where we can gamble not one, not just two, but sometimes 3 pawns or more in this exciting variation. So probably they're going to take my pawn. Otherwise, why would you play this opening? And once they take my pawn, we play d5. And then it becomes really complicated because they have this check, and we play knight to c3, and everything's hanging for a little bit. And white is supposed to actually be doing well. So if you do like gambits, this actually is it's a very good gambit. Well, thank you to our new followers, Ninja Banana 365 and KR Crux. Welcome in, everybody. So hopefully we see it, because there's a lot of interesting lines. And we will do whatever line sacrifices the most amount of pawns. So we're in for it. So d5. If the knight just moves randomly, we win a knight. So the opponent has to give us this check. And now after here, we take back. And then all of a sudden, this pawn is hanging. And we will see. Palo Express. Holy cow. The follows are just coming in rapidly, and I appreciate it, everybody. So this also is a pretty high-ranked opponent. They're just under 2400 here. Taking is normal, so that's the expected move. Maybe they're considering just randomly moving their knights. If they just randomly move the knight, we probably just castle. And we will be hydrating for the crowd. So if they go for here, we'll have to play this move. And if they play this move, there's a couple different options. Castling, there's probably like rook b1 or something. But I like to take, because it specifically allows a line where you can be down like 4 pawns or something crazy. So now I'm going to castle. And I'm still offering this delightful pawn, but my opponent just isn't accepting. So now we have to come up with a good plan. And I believe we should start with rook to b1, so that if they just continue developing, we can give a check. Thank you, Brisk Jr. Holy smokes. We hate pawns, sacrifice them. Okay, just for you, we'll leave this guy hanging, which is very normal. But now, there is something that everybody always falls for. So we're going to let this guy fall for it. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We also got a hydrate coming in. As soon as this bishop moves, that's when you got this move. Because if they castle, you can go here. Enjoy that hydrate. So we're basically stopping our opponents from castling using a little bit of tactical play. And if they take here, we take, and then it's very difficult. But if they do castle, they lose material. But this is a very common trap. And it kind of looks like they're going to be able to play rook to d8. But then after we take the bishop, there's a pin. So we could make a queen or a rook if they go here. But here they should just be losing material. Do I play on chess.com? Not when I stream, usually or ever. Mostly just because Lichess puts me on the front page. I stream on Lichess because they're nice. Look at them. They put me on the front page. So that's usually why I'm on Lichess. At least when I stream. So I suppose we're going to take here. So we're like up a piece. Life is good. Everybody, we're thrilled. There's just nothing bad going on here. Now all we got to do is simply convert a winning position. How hard could that be? You guys didn't see the last game, right? We're just going to simply convert a winning position. So this rook is under attack. I want to go here, but my rook is under attack. So we're going to have to do something about it. If we go here, then my rook's not taking this thing. So I think I'm going to make a normal bishop move, threatening to bring a rook over and swing into here. So let's start with a just completely normal bishop move. We're developing, but mostly we're keeping the rook protected. And then hopefully, as long as we can get one rook in here, and maybe we can force them to go passive or something, hopefully we have a pretty big edge. So one of these rooks, let's say this guy goes here, then he goes here, and then it feels like they're under a lot of pressure. So let's do that. I'm going to start with this move. I'm going to bring my rook in, and then look for some opportunities. Here is funny too, because then we could go here. But if we go here, he has to go passive mode, right? So he has to go passive mode. We're threatening to checkmate. But now if they go here, they're on this rook. We could actually bring more rooks into the party. Also, getting a bishop to here makes a lot of sense to me. We're not going to defend our pawn. The crowd would be so upset. So I'm going to activate my other rook. But I think maybe my main plan should be to go here or here. Also, we could go here and here, which is funnier. Thus, the crowd would be enthused. But yeah, that makes some sort of sense, too. So we have to go somewhere where this guy is defended. Thank you, J on B. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Suppose I'll just stay right here. All right, we'll just stay right here. Of course, you can take this guy whenever you're ready. But now if you ever go here, there's some, like, a bunch of taking, and there's some, you know, bishop stuff coming in. So he shouldn't be able to do something like that. Now we have here. I guess his idea is he's just going to go back. Or his idea is that he's going to play rook here, I suppose. Okay, so that makes some sense. My opponent wants to go here. Which I guess is a little annoying. If I went here, they would go here. No, they wouldn't. Wait, why can't I just go here? Why am I even thinking about it? This is just the way. The way to run into this. But wait a minute. If I play bishop c5 and they go here, we take, but then bishop takes. Never mind. Ah, there's almost cool stuff. Am I actually in danger? Do I actually have to move my queen? That's terrible. I don't want to move my queen. You can understand why I wouldn't want to move my queen. But I guess I can move my queen and then threaten to go here. So let's go here. Maybe not actually threatening to take the bishop, but hopefully they think we are. My timer? Hopefully we're doing fine. We still have 6 minutes. Hopefully we're doing fine. We are playing rapid, so we can spend a little bit more time thinking today, or at least giving people the impression that we're thinking. Okay, so he comes here anyway. Roger that. I would like to avoid as many trades as possible. If this rook were somewhere else, we'd be threatening this other bishop. Okay, but for now, we're just going to move our rook away. Now this is a threat, because there's no back rank here because of our bishop. So now this is a threat. At some point, some luft or something. Some sort of luft at some point. But hopefully for a while, we can bank on having our bishop that can always come back. Can I trade queens? Why would I trade queens? I'm the one that's applying all the pressure. No queen trade for them. They better earn it. If they want a queen trade, they better earn it. I won't be giving it to him so easily. So the bishop goes back. Delightful. Now we have to come up with another good-ish plan. So part of me wants to go and do this. Part of me wants to make luft and just start coming this direction. Part of me wants to go here, because then we're, you know, threatening to take this pawn. And also, I mean, part of me just wants to go here. And then maybe it baits them into going here, falling into my devious trap. Because if they go here, I should be able to take a whole bunch of times. And then go here. And there's no back rank stuff going on in my department. JY LOL, LOL, thank you so much. I appreciate the Prime. A lot of new people and a lot of new support, and I really do appreciate it. We're kind of, we're getting back into chess, and I'm glad so many people are also excited about it. My bishop is attacked, but that's all right. I'm gonna move it. But as soon as we come off this diagonal, my back rank, it's so much weaker. Wait a minute. If I go here, then maybe this is a problem. No, we can... It's... Okay, it's fine. It should all be fine. But at some point, we really better make Luft. We better make Luft here for real. Oh, I had this move. Yeah, I probably did have that move, to be honest. I didn't see it at all. So thank goodness I didn't look at chat. Otherwise, I would have seen a tactic that maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, probably that was a good move. Because then, if I took this, then I'd just be threatening to put the bishop back here. That would have been really strong. All right, chat is too strong, but good thing we didn't cheat. I feel bad that now I know that idea. I should go back because I know a new idea now. Hey, Doofus!
Wow, it's everyone's favorite chess and occasional risk streamer.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Doofus. I always know Doofus will always come back. Whenever we're doing chess, Doofus is always around. I appreciate it. So let's see what the opponent's going to come up with. At some point, we have to, you know, put more pressure on this. It's not so easy to do. What is the meaning of this play? I don't actually understand it, which means I'm terrified because I must be missing something. What is the point of this play? I'm just going to play h4 for now. I want to make sure that I have Luft. I'm scared. I didn't see this move and I don't really know what it does, so I'm terrified. You really want to scare me? Just play some random move and I'll probably freak out. Like, what? What does it mean? Is he taking my bishop? I don't get it. Now he's about to do like a genius thing that we never saw coming. I don't know. I can't figure out what the point is. Imagine he does like some genius points. I'd be terrified. I assume he's not trying to take that bishop. I guess we'll find out soon. It is a funny idea if he can get enough pressure on it. Or he's going to take and he's going to go here. What's the idea? I don't know. I'm scared. When I don't see the idea, I get scared. All right, now he's really taking it. Okay, now he's actually threatening to take it. Okay, now I understand. Because now the takes and everything's fort. Oh my goodness. So I guess that's a little bit scary. I don't want to panic too much. But now, you know, it's a little bit scary. Maybe we should just take this thing. All right, I'm going to take this. Just to, you know, just not let these pawns become queens. Because now taking doesn't make as much sense because it's not winning my rook. How's it going? Pranav is back in the house. How's it going, man? So we'll see what they come up with here. This opponent is pretty tough. It's crazy how they seem to see what I'm doing.
This opponent is sneaky like a duck. What can a vampire chicken do?
You're going to see what a vampire chicken will do. But thank you, Doofus. Yeah, they're playing like such a were-duck. Which would you guys... Who would actually win in a fight? A were-duck or a vampire chicken? I just need to never go back here. I could go back here. But I appreciate it, Doofus. Is that move any good? Let's give it a try. So now I'm going to try to remove one of their defenders. It's a trap. Bruh, LOL. Do you think that I've blundered? You guys are acting like I've blundered. Wait, what? What does chat see? Onesie!
You.
Woo, yo! Thank you, Onesie. I appreciate the 15 months. That's incredible. Okay. I guess this was the trap. I fell for it. But thank you, Onesie, Doofus, and everybody. I fell for an evil trap, huh? Okay. So I guess queen takes. And I just fell for it. An evil trap. Well, let's see who traps who. It's gonna come down to the wire here a little bit. Let's see who is trapping who. The were-duck or the vampire chicken or whatever you guys said. Okay. I'm expecting here. Also, my chat is broken. I can't see chat anymore. Okay, that's probably bad. But let's try going here. And then this is going to be my next move. So if they push the pawn, which seems like the most obvious thing, I'm going to go here.
Chess is
Doofus!
less risky.
Yeah. It's not even true, though, right? I feel like there's always so much more risk. But maybe not. Maybe if you're really good, it's just calculation. Thank you, Doofus. I'm up a bishop? I'm up a bishop! When did that happen? Hey, four-way. 22
Hey,
months?
this
You
isn't
kidding me, man?
CH. Wait, this is chess? Yay, I love this.
Four-way is excited. Thank you, four-way. I appreciate it. Haha, blundered a pawn. What a fool. All right. Oh, so he's trying to set up some perpetual that doesn't exist yet, but I suppose theoretically could. He's going to go here and then hope that there's nothing, man. There's nothing going on. Thank you guys, though. I do appreciate everybody's support and love in these trying times. Trying to come back and play more chess times. But even if he goes here, I should just have G3 and then there's literally nothing for him. So I should be cautious, right? He's threatening to go here checkmate. So G3, he's going to take it. Okay, so hang on. Why is it always gotta be tough like this, man? Why is it always gotta be tough? So if he takes here, maybe I can just carry on like nothing's happening. I think we're gonna do the carry on like he didn't actually make a threat. And I'm gonna make a threat of my own. And let's see how he deals with that. So this was obviously his evil plan. But now if we get checked, we can just move. And I don't see any problems. And then we've started making problems for him. So obviously not taking and allowing this check and whatever's going on there. Instead, we say, hey, you got problems too, buddy. You're not immune. Everybody in this world has their problems. And let me remind you that you have some of your own. And then obviously if they go back with like the queen or something, it would be easy to figure out. Bishop takes. If I don't see like an immediately good check for them, so bishop takes. Or king takes. Bishop takes. So they're going to start trying to give checks. I see one check, but then I don't see another one. So who knows if trading wins? There should be some way to like win this queen. Should be. I'm going to start by just taking this pawn. Because I don't see any checks for them. Then gonna play a random move because I panicked. I thought I was the one in time trouble. Turns out it's them. Then we're gonna go here and then probably here. Then they still have a check even in that spot. Why is this so hard? Why is chess so hard, guys? Has anybody ever thought to themselves, wait, chess is kind of hard? So we're completely winning, but we got to find the true knockout here. Okay, let's start with that. This should work. Okay, so at minimum, we can just go here. Everybody booked up on their two bishop checkmates? Everybody know the two bishop checkmate or what? That's enough to win! Let's go! That was a pretty big win against a strong player. And it was in the Basman-Palatnik double pawn gambit. Wait a minute, I want to check this one out really quick. So this is the opening that I like to play against this kind of Sicilian. So bishop e2, and then knight c6 is definitely the most fun line. It's nice that it also conveniently is the #1 most popular line. Thank you, Mart's Mode, for the follow. So after takes, they decided to take here d5. Computer actually gives a little bit of advantage to white. This is one of those weird gambits that is actually, like, good for white. This is actually just a good gambit. But a lot of people have gone into this as black. So castling here, I think if you go super deep, like, the computer will be like, you should castle or play rook b1. I didn't know that the computer said this was the #1 move. I like this line because it allows them to go here, and then you can go here, and they can take this, and then you can castle, and then they can take this. So this is the line where you take the double pawn gambit, and you turn it into a triple pawn gambit. But it should be good for white. You want to play moves like rook b1 with the idea of bringing the bishop in, and it's actually, like, really good for white. You're completely developed. This rook's coming in. You make some threats. They have to deal with your threats. You bring all your stuff in really fast. So I've always enjoyed playing this one. But this opponent took with the pawn. The trick when they take with the pawn is this idea with d6. So we play here. We're trying to bring our bishop in. They play a6 to prevent our bishop from going here. Because if we get to go here and we misplace their king and our rook comes in, it's just going to be GG. How's it going? So here it wants bishop e3. Bishop a3 is, I guess, interesting. I like that everything is hanging. Bishop e3, I guess, is better. But here, d6. And I guess they're supposed to find queen to c5, which is a little bit tricky. But everybody always walks into this, and then you trap them. And then you win their piece. And then you make it look like the world's hardest thing in order to win this position. Am I teaching in this stream? Yeah, we're doing instructive rapid chess. Hopefully people are learning. Maybe they're not. Maybe people are just mindlessly listening, and I don't know. Hopefully there's something educational here. Bishop e3 was right. You have me questioning everything. Maybe none of this was educational. So this felt really tough. Like, we were winning the whole time, but it, like... Somehow the opponent found, like, a ton of resources. But I guess we were just winning the whole time. I really made it seem like the world's hardest struggle, but I guess, you know what? It was just a pretty routine, simple victory, obviously. Simple, routine victory. But anyways, if you want all of your games to be simple and routine, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you guys for the next video.